Hello, everyone. Episode 3. We started now, Tom.
Yeah, I'm
Last
okay.
cast standing. We're on air. Last cast standing, episode number Trey. We're going to talk about Raw again. We need to get some variety in these topics. I mean, we're just talking about Raw every week, but that's all that's really happening in the world of wrestling.
It's quite. WrestleMania season. Raw is it. So.
Yep. There's no NXT shows to talk about.
To
Nothing interesting happening in NXT at the moment, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll talk about Raw. We've just finished watching it. We're a bit delayed, only a couple by an hour or so. We have busy lives. We'd love to talk about naked men all day, but just can't. So yeah, we'll just start off with Raw and the first segment. Tom, do you want to get going?
Yeah, sure. Open the show. No pyro, no Maggle introducing where they are, Monday Night Raw, or anything like that. Straight into the New Day coming out onto the stage. So good for a bit of difference. It's not a authority promo. What do you say about the match? Good match. Obviously for the tag team titles. So you're probably looking at you're looking at the New Day just getting into their groove, which is nice.
Well, they're officially now. I was right.
Kofi with a sore shoulder.
Yes. Now,
so he didn't wrestle.
I'm going to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
I was right when I said on Sunday they're officially babyface. They're right, and they are now. We know they are.
Yes, well, after the match when the
when was the last time
the League Nation absolutely smashed them and there was no run-in whatsoever.
I was still waiting for that little jingle. I was waiting for it.
Yeah, we'll get after Raw now. It's the Raw after Mania now for sure.
Yep. For sure.
I think out of that is some sort of, given they're putting Freebirds in the Hall of Fame, I think it's going to be a Freebird rule tag team title match is what they'll do now.
They've said on the backstage promo they did later in the show, it'll be 4. I still think they should do 4-on-4 though. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I don't think they will.
Do it. Yeah.
But I'm assuming it'll be Barrett on the sidelines as usual.
Yep.
And then he'll probably just leave the company, I gather, after that. Got my pen. Excuse me. So yeah, good match. Rusev and I don't know if you noticed this, but they hug each other a lot. It's actually quite funny. They're like grabbing each other and hugging each other in match.
Well, they're the lads. They're the mates. You know, it's all very lame, but that's
really like. Yeah. So no, I'm happy. I'm not minding this feud. I thought it was horrendous at the start, but it looks like they've given something to do with the League of Nations, which is always good. And I actually care about this match now that they're faces. It just gives a fresh start to the New Day, and I don't know how they're going to bring in Enzo now and Cass, but they will. And
they will. It'll be the Raw after Mania. It'll be some
way. But how they will do it though.
I think Day retains at Mania, and I think it's going to be a matter of we've beaten everyone. There's no one left that can stand up to the New Day.
Like Fastlane should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the end of that segment. Good segment to start off. Good show. It's good to make the New Day look weak. They don't really look weak ever now. They've always looked strong. They win everything. They don't need the titles anymore, but they could lose.
The other guys up as heels because there was nuclear heat on them as well, which was great.
Yep. They don't need the titles, but they could even lose them. I don't see it. It seems like another match. It's unpredictable. So, just while I just reminded myself, new setup. I know I'm uncomfortable because I'm looking diagonally, but I thought it was appropriate with all the wrestling pay-per-view posters and the Game of Thrones banners blowing in the wind of my air conditioner, blowing in the wind, so they look legit. So next segment, I'll just scroll up my unorganized webpage of the Raw feed. Dean Ambrose segment. Now, I'll start off. Decent. I knew something was up when his jacket was done up. I can't be the only one. When his jacket was zipped up, I knew he had something under there. Although I didn't know Brock was going to be on the show. Did you know, Tom?
No, it was a surprise, which I should be doing with everyone. Rather than announcing on social media. No, it was a total surprise. Yeah.
It shouldn't be a surprise because it's like 3 weeks away, but it still was. I was just surprised. I thought Heyman was going to come out. But it was a cool little segment. It's weird seeing what Brock is he a heel or a face? Because it's hard when he's going against the top face.
Yeah, he's just an entity of his own at the moment. You can't really call what Brock is, I wouldn't say. So, yeah.
Yep. Well, Yeah, nice little segment. Heyman circled the ring. Lesnar circled the ring like a lion.
Yep.
And nothing. And now that I've had a blank, I can't remember. They didn't really get into a physical altercation, did they? No, they didn't.
No, that is circled, and like it was very sort of well built up. I like the way that sort of like Heyman was trying to call him off. Heyman went backstage, and then Brock just goes, "Nah, I'll do it. I'll look after this one. It's fine." And then goes down to the ring, threatens to get in. Ambrose goes to hit him, and he sort of circles it. So
yeah. I thought it was strange.
The altercation, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was strange when Heyman just started talking, stopped, and the music hit, and it was really fast. I'm like, that can't be the end of the segment. I knew straight away. As soon as Heyman walked out and Brock didn't, I'm like, oh, he's going to turn around. But no, it's good. It builds up the match, type, with the weapons and shit.
Yep.
And nice little way to tease it because we don't want too much interaction because we know Lesnar's going to dominate. It's just we don't want to. It leaves it open.
Of course.
Next match. Let's just
Ryback versus Sin Cara.
We'll just skim over this one. We spoke about this.
So we had the official challenge of Ryback to go against Sin Cara at WrestleMania. The
official challenge.
Thomas, the official challenge. He said,
so if you think words, heart's broken,
put that belt on the line at WrestleMania.
And now your heart's officially broken.
Yeah, my heart's. I'm done. I'm done.
I know.
That'll most likely be my go and grab a beer or use the conveniences break. I think.
Yeah, and while we're touching on that, what a waste of using Sin Cara's new attire.
Yeah,
it comes out in black for no reason.
I think there might be a heel turn in the works there, but who knows?
Yeah, but he should have saved it for that.
Who knows?
I mean, I'm nitpicking here, but
just Ryback is just
I know, and. Actually, the only, honest to God, and it's weird to say this, but the only way I'm happy watching that match and the only good outcome is Ryback absolutely destroys him and just wins, and that's it. That's the only way this match could be good because it makes Ryback look amazing, which they've tried to do in the past. But if they make him literally destroy him, I reckon that'll be good. That's the only way. I don't think Kalisto winning will do anything for the.
I don't think Kalisto winning does anything. I think Ryback will probably. I think Ryback almost, as much as it pains me to say it, has to sort of murder Kalisto for the way his character's going. Gives him a run with a belt, hopefully not for too long.
His IC title reign was forgettable. See what happens there again. Next one, I'll let you. Stephanie McMahon, you go away, Tom.
Stephanie McMahon's little promo. That was Triple H is doing everything he can to build heat at the moment.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's so obvious.
This promo was just put down the audience, call all the audience failures, you empathize with Roman Reigns because of this reason. Points out people in the crowd. I thought that was crazy bad. Bringing out Ziggler.
Bad as in good? Or bad?
Bad as in it was, I don't know. No, it was a good way of building heat, but it was very fake sort of heat.
Yeah.
Then obviously Ziggler comes out.
It surprised me, his music coming out. I was waiting for Reigns' music to hit.
Yeah. Ziggler ended up coming out. It was good because they're putting Triple H with very safe workers who he can make look good and they can make him look good and give him tune-up matches because, as I pointed out, just before that match happened, which will happen later in the night, we'll get to that, hasn't wrestled on Raw in 3 years. So
while you mention that, I wanted to say something. Tell me if I'm wrong because I'm pretty good with my history. He wrestled Bryan on the Raw After Mania in 2014, which means 2 years. But the match, I don't know if the match actually started. Is that why they said 3 years?
May have been. Yeah.
Because that was 2 years ago. And I'm like, once again, they got another stat wrong. And I'm good at these stats.
So, could be 2 years. Who knows? Yeah.
If he's talking about another match, it can only be against Curtis Axel. Was that the last time? I think that was the last time he had a match. And he didn't even finish the match.
Yeah.
But, I mean... It was good to see him on Raw. This is what they should do with part-timers. Give him a Raw match. Give him a network special match. Just let us, his part-time, if you're going to do it right.
Exactly.
Excuse me, eating my Subway cookies.
Yeah. Eating.
I thought Ziggler was going to turn heel. That was the perfect time to do it, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think Ziggler's got long left. to be honest.
But the way they're booking it, it's like he's never going to leave.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They always seem to put him in that spotlight, but he just doesn't. We'll get to that when the match is on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the match. But yeah, he's always there. But we always think he's gone, but he always shows up. Anyway, Stephanie McMahon with a classic slap. Her facial expressions throughout the whole promo, with even when Hunter and Ziggler were talking, were great. I was just watching Steph the whole time because she's just so good in the on the mic.
She's
and
a very,
stuff.
very good antagonistic heel, I think.
She's honest to God, she's probably the best at the moment on the mic, and she's not even a wrestler. So next, what do we got next? Sami
Zayn versus The Miz.
Owens on commentary. I was hoping for a bit more Cole Owens. Drama. We didn't get a lot of it.
Owens is gold on commentary. So he always comes out with like one or two lines that are really, really good. Something about like throwing Byron Saxon off commentary or something like that, or something like that. And the match itself was sort of was decent. They're giving Sammy time to integrate himself with the audience, show them what he can do. Showed off his finishes a few times. He's had a couple of shots out, the Blue Thunder Bomb and the Haluva kick, which is the hell of a kick. But anyway, look, he will probably get a chance to show his wares in front of a couple of very smarky sort of crowds at WrestleMania and NXT and the Raw after Mania coming up. So they're just keeping him the forefront of everyone's mind now. He's going to wrestle for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania.
It's a matter of what match it'll be.
It's a matter of what match that will be. We'll get to that again later on because I think that might have changed now.
All right. Well, you'll probably know more about it than I do.
We'll cover it later on.
My cookie's finished now, so I'll stop eating. Now,
good.
Next, the cringy moment as the ad returns, as the ads finish, and all you hear is pre-mode. Oh. Thomas.
Free mode and my head explodes.
I'm cringing thinking about it. Oh,
I don't want her to win at Mania.
we don't even know if she's in Mania yet.
Well, at least we got from this match. Obviously, Lana's out as soon as the match starts. So the short of it is it ends up costing Brie the match. The short of it is we now know if this is going to happen. We know who's going to be involved in this. We know it's going to be
a team match. Yeah.
It's going to be Tamina, Naomi, and Lana versus Bella, Fox, and as we saw for the backstage segment soon after the match, Paige.
We haven't seen her for a while. She's looking great as always.
It's random insertion into the match, but yeah.
I was just backing up Alicia Fox. Why? The job security she must not have, knowing she disappears randomly, and it's just like God. But
that's a time filler match. I'm assuming they want to have something between the three big matches because if you're going to pace a big event like that, you've got to let the crowd breathe between matches. So that's going to be one of those, I think.
Excuse my voice break. It's puberty at 21 years old, nearly. Anyway, I'll just go on.
We don't really need to spend too much time on that because that is what it is.
Yeah. One more thing, add Natty to the match and it might be all right. What do we got next? Ziggler versus Triple H. I'll start off. Triple H on Raw was awesome.
You skipped something.
No, I didn't.
You skipped the Usos versus the Jobbers.
Well, my feed doesn't have that.
Okay.
Hang on. Sorry. Let me hang on. I've got what's come up here is it's got the promo for Ziggler because they showed the promo for the match before.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, no, you skipped the Usos.
I'll take over.
Yep. You go.
I know it's good to have a tag feud outside of the titles, and they've got to do something with the Dudleys now that they've turned heel and New Day have got League of Nations to deal with. A match has been announced now for Mania, apparently. So that rules out a multi-tag match we thought we were going to get. Is it for a number one contendership or anything?
I don't think, no. I think it's just a match that's been announced. I'm pretty sure it'll be on the pre-show as well.
Yeah. I mean, Usos versus Social Outcasts, waste of a match.
Just social
social outcasts are funny, but they're never gonna. Just one of those.
Also the Dudley boys on commentary, that was good.
Yeah,
you can
Bubba,
tell that Bubba Ray Dudley's had lessons from Paul Heyman on his promos.
I mean, if you watch him on TNA,
like him.
if you listen to him on, you watch him on TNA. If you watch TNA, good on you if you do.
Yep.
Joking. His Bully Ray gimmick, he's a very good heel.
He's a great heel.
Yeah, but not a lot of casual fans wouldn't know that. So yeah, that was just a good way to set up that feud. It'll be a good match, I've no doubt. But you just want that ladder in there, the tables. It's just not the same when it's just Dudley's in a tag match. There's time. There's time. Next, Mick Foley.
Cool. This was great. I love this.
It was good.
This is how you use Mick Foley if you want to use Mick Foley.
Mm-hmm.
You give him it. That was a more symbolic passing of the torch than anything that they've done recently.
No, it was really clever, well written.
To give that to Ambrose and to bring that sort of that hardcore element that Ambrose was trying to bring into the match, that was a winner. That was really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Really well written. I found a funny meme of here Dean have I found a really funny photo of here Dean have my present, and then he opens it and there's a photo of Noelle Foley's daughter. we know about Ambrose as the titty master.
Yeah.
Now someone's home and they're probably gonna start knocking on my door, and I'll just tell them to go away. But
I really like the concept behind that. That was cool. Just to add a little bit more spice to it and to sort of get Foley involved a little bit, and a bit more investment for the, putting over a new star, passing the torch, whatever you want to call it. Great.
Yeah, well, barbed wire on a bat is always cool, and it's good to see they're trying to get that hardcore element that seems to have gone missing for a while. So we all knew what was in that box, but it was still cool to see it.
I have a question for you, given that that barbed wire bat in the box.
Is
we getting blood at Mania, do you think?
Guess the question. You can't have this match without blood. I know that'll go against every policy that they have, but how can you have this match without blood? It won't make sense.
Again, wait and see, I suppose.
Wait and see. It's our motto, isn't it? We should really call this the Wait and See podcast. But yeah, next, cool little segment. Builds up the match. It's all we want. It's what all these rules are for. It's all build up. Ziggler Triple H. Next, they had the match.
Yep.
Do you want to go?
Good match. Really, really nice to give Triple H a real nice tune-up before Mania more than anything else. Genuinely thought that Dolph might win. Had a few close finishes. I half expected Reigns to come out halfway through the match and cost Triple H, leading to Dolph Ziggler getting a match at Mania. But
that's what
what sense does that make, I suppose? The major thing for me coming out of that was what happened after the match, which is what they should be doing with Roman Reigns, which is just letting him be an ass kicker, let him deal things without talking so much. It was a very, very heel sort of beatdown from a face perspective, which is good because a lot of people will cheer for that, and the crowd was a mixed reaction. He got cheers and he got boos, but I thought the cheers were louder than the boos, in all honesty.
Yeah, I was going to quickly mute. Keep talking.
Yeah, go ahead. So what I thought in regards to that match, past time. Reigns got into it, got a few different. I really, really sort of was really, really super annoying by the Usos to come back in and just go, Usos, and try and calm them down. It's like, there was a really, really good, when the first three people appeared, it was Roman Reigns is being calmed down by his cousins, the Usos and Jack Swagger. For whatever reason.
Before I forget, when that, I just want to know a few things, and don't interrupt me. I really want to get this out.
You go.
He throws the thing on Triple H, and you could tell it hit him bad, and he's cut open. So he's running backstage. I can't be the only one who noticed this. Triple H is throwing shit to get it out the way. and he throws this one of those big locker things I have it backstage, and he throws it, and it lands on the ref's foot.
You're definitely not the only one that noticed that. That's the
Okay, I haven't gone on
understand that one.
Facebook. I haven't
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
on Facebook to see. I'm sure there's memes on it. And he's
No,
fucking.
yeah,
It
he
was
threw
literally.
it straight into the shin.
I was laughing my ass off. Like it was funny because he was legitimately hurt. And he's like, "Oh fuck! Ow!" He had to run off the camera. Oh, it was gold.
Yeah, poor
and,
refs.
And then the fake television. Did you like the fake television?
Oh, the one that they just had looked like it had cardboard and a couple of lights inside it. Yeah,
yeah, just a couple of lights, and then by the end of it, you could literally see the inside of just lights.
Yeah.
But I knew they were going to smash a legitimate TV on Triple H's back. But that was good.
Yeah.
The boos were when he was attacking him at the start, though. The boos were shocking. I couldn't believe how loud the boos were. And that's because he was booed originally in Philly when he won the Rumble. Then he wasn't booed when he won the title at Philly. Yeah, is that right? Well, they like
because that was because they were seeing a title change on Raw. You know, like I think that's more than anything. But
and it was Sheamus.
It's going to be really, really interesting to see where they actually go with the title feud at Mania. Do they keep it on Triple H for another pay-per-view to put it on Ambrose at Extreme Rules potentially, or do they give Reigns that crowning moment that they want? I'm like 99% sure it's going to be the Reigns standing tall to end the show. But
I'm one of the minority in that Reigns winning isn't the worst thing. Like when he was champion, he never got a one-on-one.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst thing for his push. It's just the worst thing from the event standpoint because the end of WrestleMania is most likely going to be Roman Reigns standing, holding the title up aloft, showered in booze, and that's what I'm concerned about.
But we never got to see a Reigns match on pay-per-view as champion, a singles match. That is, he only had the Rumble, and that was it. And he lost it, and he wasn't even in the match. He was gone most of the match. So I don't think Reigns being champion is the worst thing. Obviously, our heel will be better as a heel, but I don't know. I'm not as anti towards him as most people are. I think if we hadn't seen him have the title yet, he would definitely be. He wouldn't be getting boos. I don't think because he's won the title twice now already. To be a 3-time champion within 6 months is a bit silly, and it looks like that's what's going to happen. Not even. Oh, it will be 6 months by then. So yeah, I mean, great way. We've said that in one of the first podcasts we did. You got to make Reigns look like that. He's just got to come out, do this shit, and just
do the business and go away. You know, don't go anywhere near a microphone. Just kill cunts. Basically, that's all you want to do.
Mature content for this podcast, by the way. Yeah, but by the way, you might have said this, but when I was on mute, apologies for that. But I legitimately thought Ziggler was going to win. I thought they were going to do this once again.
False finishes.
Those false finishes were great.
Yeah.
Triple H was kicking out with literally like a fucking. It was so good. Like, the super kick was like I thought he was going to win. That's when I thought he had it. Or even a roll up. I thought a roll up would have been more appropriate. You can't make the champion lose clean to Ziggler with 3 weeks to go. But
of course.
But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Ziggler. I think this was his crowning moment. I think they screwed it up, and I think you're right. I think he might be gone. And if they could have turned him heel, he was a good heel when he was a heel. He's been babyface for a few years now, and he was actually turned into a face by accident. It was by accident when he turned face too.
They might create a little bit more space for the NXT guys, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a few mid-carders
drop to NXT.
Just give them the chop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And just thinking, thanks for what you've done. You know, doors open in the future. You know, you're leaving on good terms. You're more than welcome back whenever. But yeah,
fantasy booking. But how cool would it be? Oh, maybe not cool, but how different and surprising would it be if Ziggler cost Reigns at Mania and join the Authority?
I don't think Ziggler's going to get involved in.
I don't think he will either.
But
I don't think he will either.
Yeah, I think he was just a prop. But
a prop. That's exactly the word. He was just used for that. Next, Jericho. Oh no, Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho versus Mel.
Sorry, back up. R-Truth Gold.
The R-Truth segment. Yeah.
Don't have to talk about it. We know what it was.
I don't think what's going to really happen with that. They might eventually form a tag team, but it's nice to have just a quick laugh, I guess, at them being awkward.
Yeah. Heel Jericho was best at his best as usual.
Yep.
I'm the best in the world. Everything I do, it never gets old.
Yeah, good match again. Good little Jericho promo and everything like that. The thing that I was going to note is that Neville hurt himself at the end of the match.
I didn't notice that, but I heard about it.
There's a rumor going around that he might have broken something.
Yep.
Potentially an ankle or a leg, just by the way it sort of flopped around after he got back up from it. Mm-hmm. Jericho noticed it and went for the quick roll-up. And then Jericho went for the quick roll-up, and then Charles Robinson only noticed it for a 2 count.
Yeah.
And then Jericho gets up and shoves the referee for the DQ to get
which, by the way, was the second time Charles Robinson was pushed over tonight.
Yeah.
Because of rain.
Yeah, he didn't have a good night.
But you're right, I'm just looking at now, Neville was injured. He's limping off with 2 medics, so that's not good for the Intercontinental title scene.
Hey, just try muting your mic and coming back to us for a sec because you've gone all crackly.
I want to do that. Is that better?
Mildly, it'll go. So,
away. Yeah, we're real good at this thing, aren't we? But yeah.
Anyway.
Jericho, just great. I mean, I don't really have to say anything. I mean, Jericho's just good. We know what he's got capable of, and he'll be leaving soon. And AJ comes out. The only problem with AJ sometimes is his music isn't appropriate for like pop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like it's different like Roman's music or Roman, right? And then like this is just go. What does it go? And it's just slow. And this doesn't work.
Just try plugging your microphone back in because you've gone extremely crackly, like it's almost inaudible.
Keep talking.
I'll take it for a second. Yeah. So what he was saying is just like what he was saying is his AJ Styles his theme's not really conducive to that sort of huge pop because it's more of a slow building theme and then it explodes out of nowhere. Whereas it's not like that sort of like massively impactful theme music that you get for someone like a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins or a Dean Ambrose or someone like that, or even a Triple H or a John Cena or somebody like that.
Am I back?
Yes, you are. It's good.
Is it better?
It's fine.
All right, it'll probably go again.
That from what I just want to talk about is that mooted match that could be The Miz, Neville, Zayn and Owens. I don't think is now going to happen because Neville might have hurt himself badly. Let's wait to see again.
If they make it a triple threat with Miz and Zayn Owen, it would be one of the most wasted opportunities ever.
I don't think they will. I think Miz will miss out if that's the case. They'll just do Zayn versus Owens. I hope that's what they do anyway because Miz will just feel sort of awkward and out of place there. But yeah.
We'll see how we go. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that. They're leaving it late, that's for sure. But onto
it's very, very late build up. But yeah, these next couple of weeks will be very, very interesting television. Put it that way.
Yeah. Last segment, Undertaker.
Yes.
Want me to start?
This, yeah, you go.
It was okay. I don't know.
It fell apart real quick.
It just doesn't seem the storyline. I thought it would make sense by now. We're 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it still doesn't seem to make any sense.
Two by the time we hear it again. So
Shane screwed up a part of his promo. The crowd started cheering at him. And he was really super rattled from then on. He just started babbling, and he looked visibly nervous on the stage. But the thing is,
you've got to give it. He's been gone for a while, so.
Yeah, of course, but yeah, look, he was sort of like he just looked really nervous and shaky. His punches are still shit out, so I really hope he doesn't bring that with him.
Yeah. I have no faith in him winning now. I don't know. I just back to what I was saying before. Just the whole. It was so obvious he was going to call him a big man's bitch. He was building it up so obviously. Undertaker just beats him up. Then Undertaker does this to McMahon, and it just didn't make sense. Like it just doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. It's really badly fabricated, and unless there's going to be some sort of swerve payoff to it all, which I think there might be, I really, really like the theory of Vince getting into the cell somehow and orchestrating the whole thing, and then Stone Cold coming down to screw the Undertaker or something like
think
that.
of that.
But
Well, he's going to be there.
yeah, that's the potential for what it could be. That's what I'd like to see anyway, because that would bring the curtain down nicely on Austin ending his run and ending the McMahon era. Because that's what defined it. That's what would end it, you know.
There's sorry to interrupt. There's so many different ways this match could go, and that's probably a good thing. But
that's just a thought that's just sort of a common thought that I've sort of picked up on. But,
yeah. You can just tell by my face reactions. I just don't know what they're doing with it, and it's so obvious that it wasn't thought out properly before it. They would have just gone, "Oh shit, we need someone who isn't Sting."
I think they've got a way of making it work, but they don't want to give it away, I don't think.
Honestly, I still think Shane's leaving. I still think somehow he'll be in control. I don't know why. I just don't. Even if Undertaker and Shane team up on McMahon, but then again, who wins the match? Yeah. Like, it doesn't... I still feel like at the end of they're not going to make Shane come out of Mania with McMahon or with Vince on top. There's no way.
James, what do we say on this podcast?
We'll wait and see.
Exactly.
You scared me when you said my name. I thought my mic dropped out. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll wait and see. I don't know what we're going to do after Mania. We're just going to be like, oh, well, this is the Raw, and we don't know what's going to happen, so we'll have to wait and see until the next Mania. But
they'll begin to rebuild when the next Mania, after that Mania. It'll be interesting because, like, they have so much, there's going to be so much potential after Mania.
Oh, yeah.
In regards to Cena coming back, Rollins coming back, Orton coming back. To a lesser extent, you've still got Cesaro to come back.
Orton. While we're here, I want to talk about that because we've discussed Raw and we can crap on. It's my podcast. I do what the hell I want. Orton. I don't know what they're going to do when he comes back. I'm real worried about Orton. I don't know how he can be relevant anymore.
Yeah, me neither. It's sort of he's going to get lost in. He may not wrestle again because, like, apparently had spinal fusion surgery, so he may not come back. Even if he does, it might just be for a Daniel Bryan-esque sort of retirement thing. But
yeah, it's not like it's got said to my tongue. I've forgotten it already. No, can't think. We'll just see. I don't know. We'll just see. I said it again. Orton's a funny one. Cesaro's fine. Cena's fine. Rollins is going to be fucking sick. I can't wait for that music to hit. And if it's leaked before it happens, I'll be shattered.
This is one I didn't have to keep quiet, but yeah,
it's going to be tough.
Whatever's planned for Rollins is going to be big. So yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, closing, I don't know how long. Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know how long we've been on. Probably about half an hour. Oh, it's 6:20. We started about 10:20, I think.
So about 35 minutes. There wasn't a whole lot of sort of massive sort of conversation breakers.
Only the tag title.
Next couple of weeks, I will be. Depends on whether or not personal circumstances get me in a position to have the podcast immediately, but it might be slightly delayed. Just a heads up to anyone out there in internet land that gives us a look. Give it a go. Yeah. So we're looking. Yes, but we'll have a special edition.
What day? What day are you leaving?
It's Friday week, so a week.
Oh, so we can do next week. We can do next week.
We can do next week, and the week after we'll have a special live edition from me broadcasting live from the US of A because I'll be in a hotel room watching Raw. So
are you gonna have a laptop?
Yeah, I'll have a laptop, and I should hopefully be able to get on
internet.
But yeah, no promises, but that's the plan.
I mean, you never know with the way the hotel internet could work sometimes. I mean, they could have bloody bandwidth issues and live streaming probably might be a bit harder. But if it needs Tom's on the mic.
If I can get off the mic, then that's fine, yeah.
That's all we need. But yeah, like we always do, what's out of 10 for Raw? What do you give it?
I'll give Raw this week probably about a 7.5.
Jesus,
because,
really?
Because it was a good sort of story building Raw. There was a lot of maybe even you drop it down to maybe a 6.5 or a 6, but Yeah, look,
6.
like it's just for me, it was just the end segment sort of killed it because that was anything they built up. The Triple H and Roman Reigns thing should have been the last thing they went with.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, just a weird ordering and weird ending to Raw sort of took away a lot of the shape.
And I just remembered, I'll give it a 6. And one of the reasons I forgot to talk about this, where the hell was Sasha and Becky?
They don't have to wrestle on every show. Might wrestle on SmackDown.
It doesn't matter.
Don't them too much.
Time. Give them 5 minutes. Don't you dare give me Brie mode, and you don't give me Sasha Banks.
Oh well, leave it. Don't overexpose them. You don't want them to be wrestling too much because they don't really have anyone they can wrestle.
Don't need to wrestle. They've got a face-to-face. They're calling it on SmackDown, which is fine. But with edited crowd reactions, it's not going to be great. But I'm sorry, and I know you agree with this. Alicia Fox over Sasha and Becky. Let's be serious.
Yeah, well.
So,
oh
well. Everyone knows how much I love my girl Sasha. So. Anyway,
I think that just about does it for this week.
Yeah, I think it's pretty rough. We winged it like we always do. Well, eventually we'll get some good content going. We'll hope we do anyway. People out there watching, subscribing. I tried to post it on Reddit and they got rid of it because I wasn't a contributor to Squared Circle. So thanks a lot, Squared Circle. Cheers for deleting my post.
They'll do that. They don't like advertising. So yep.
But we got last week on the roadblock review, we got 80 views in like an hour, and we haven't had any since. So I commented on something. I commented the link, so some people watched it. So if you watched it, good on you. I know it's not great, but just doing it for fun. So. I might do. I'm going to do the thumbnail for this. I might chuck some Philly-ness into it because it was in Philly, like I did with last week with Chicago.
It was in Pittsburgh this week. Philly's next week.
No, it wasn't. It was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It was in Pittsburgh tonight. That's why they had the Pittsburgh Penguins segment.
Hang on, I googled this. Hang on, I thought I was wrong because
Switch on, mate. Switch on.
The name of this. How do I find this out? Raw. Hang on. Raw 14th to the 3rd. Because I won't say here, will it? Fucking hell. I know they said Pennsylvania, but so hang on, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
They were in the arena of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, yeah, that's true.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Philly next week, and I think it's Brooklyn for the go home. So.
Oh, is it really? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna have to change the name of this podcast. So the whole time it says Philly. So I might just change it to Pittsburgh. It was in Pennsylvania, so I was half right.
Professionalism at its finest.
Yes, well, I'm I'm an Australian. I wear all my American fucking gear, but yeah. All right, well, we've rambled on too long now. So
give it a
thanks
wrap.
for watching.
Set the time.
Like, subscribe, James the Undisputed, get on it, and do I do it again? I think I have to.
If you want to, it's becoming traditional. So,
Okay, bye guys.